Okay, back to English.
I wish I can have like 3 hours with Ames, but we only have 1 hour, and I wanna save your time so you get to
It was
see
a
your
fun
kids.
hour.
Was it?
It was definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. One last question to be our tradition. We are discussing in English. My English isn't perfect. I think yours feel like yours isn't like native English too.
No, not at all.
But how important is it that we get to encourage each other to speak in English? You get to live abroad. You understand the context that we are Thai, but we are also a global citizen. Tell me more about how important it is for people to be encouraging learning English.
You have to keep learning. Speaking English is, your first language is Thai. My first language is Thai, of course. I never went into international school. I only finished like one master degree from England, right? So just 1 year. And when I was 20 something already, so I'm not gonna get like mother tongue in English, of course. But just be happy with it. Be happy that when you speak something in English, someone can understand you. It's a lot already. It's a lot. Like you don't have to be native speaker. Like you don't have to at all. Don't have to be shy or anything. It's just like if you be able to communicate, that's good enough. Seriously, it's good enough. Like if you go abroad or if you can just tell all the Farang that go left or right, that's a good beginning. Just keep learning. Just keep improving yourself.
Thank you for your hour.
Thank you for having me.
And wish you the best in everything. I mean, it's going to be an interesting 3 months ahead.
Thank you so much. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Okay, last question. Just everyone has to do this, but in an hour, this program is designed to encourage people to talk in English.
Sure.
And you can see that my English isn't perfect. I stumble in a lot of words.
I understand you perfectly, but
Yeah, but just want you to sign off the program with words that encouraging people to practicing English and have conversation because it's Thailand in a global stage. We need
and you want it to be a practical one, yeah?
Yeah.
Spotify. That's how I learn my Japanese. I mean, I gotta sympathize and put myself in other people's shoes. Picking up a language is hard. It's not an easy thing for you to pick up another language. Given the time, given all the pressure that you have from work already, and for you to like dedicate a portion of your time in a day to really pick up a language, you got to have passion for it. You got to really like it, And I worked with Japanese a lot. I enjoyed a lot of Japanese values, so I try to pick it up, And it's not easy at all, and I don't have time to take lessons and things like that. I just listen to lessons on Spotify, or the second one would be Netflix, to really watch the Japanese shows with the subtitle at the bottom. Then I started to remember a lot of things that I had been reading. So then I'll be able to survive. I'll be able to order my coffee. I will be able to say "sato arimasen," which means no need for sugar, and get my way around to ask people and things like that. But and then you should be just content with it, Even if you can just count numbers into another language, that's an icebreaker. That open opportunities for you. If you sit next to a Chinese and you never learn the language, you can't really speak. But if you can just ichi ni sanyong goroku nana hachi, something like that, that's enough, because it's an icebreaker for you to really connect with another human being from another continent. That's good enough. But if you're really good at it, you can become a good translator for a Murakami novel, that's good for you. So you get to really make money with something that you really like. That's something. So try it, whether regardless of the outcome, whether you could just like count languages and order coffee, or make it into a living. That's still a win-win rather than not trying at all, and it's free.
はじめまして、M です。
はじめましてね。
คุณทิมพิธา
お願いします。
But you have spent nearly a decade in the UK, right?
Yes, I did.
So your English is so fine, and
It's communicable.
it's so good. And the question is that, do you think it's necessary, is it required for a prime minister in this era and time to speak English well?
It would be a plus. It would be a plus. Of course, having certain skills, having extra skills, be it English or the fitness, you can be a really fit like Governor Chad. He wakes up and go on a run. I mean, I can't even run a kilometer without having a heart attack probably. But having an extra set of skill as a leader is always a plus. Is it a requirement? Is it a must? I don't think so. It would be good, but it doesn't mean that if this guy can't run 10 kilometers, he can't be a leader. Or if this guy can't speak English, then he can't be a leader. Like I mentioned earlier, there's always an assistant. There's always a tool to help you out in all occasions. When you become the leader, you have all the facilities and all the tools and everything at your hand you can use. I mean, let's say if I go to, I don't know, Czech Republic, and their leader doesn't speak English and I don't speak Czech, that would have to be an intermediary to translate. So what? As long as the two leaders understand. I mean, the only country in the world that we wouldn't need a translator is when we go to Laos. We speak almost exactly similar language. That's it. So, is it a plus? Yes, it is a requirement. I don't feel it is. No.
We spent the first 30 minutes talking in English, and the concept of this program is that our English might not be perfect, but we want to encourage Thai people to communicate in English. Can you tell me about your experience joining this program? And as a minister, I think you spend time, in global stage and using English.
If you are linguistic, it is always better, because when you have to deal with your friends from the other part of the world, and if you speak their language, the level of trust and the level of intimacy will greatly increase, and that will make your life a lot easier in dealing with people from all over the world. So as long as our young Thai having a chance to study other language, they should never forego that opportunity. It will come back. It doesn't have to be English. It can be Chinese, French, German, and any kind of language. You're going to Laos. If you're able to speak Laos, you could see the degree of friendship that significantly increases by only saying one word. So it is very important.
My English isn't perfect. I didn't start learning English since I was like P.4, so it was like 10 or 11 years old. So my tongue can never be
Same,
like
actually.
Korean English.
I started speaking English when I was about 11. But then I was exposed to it more because I studied abroad. So I don't think we need to have perfect English. It's all about the ability to communicate. And even particularly the accent. I don't think in this modern day and age, anybody should worry about the accent that they use. The key element of language usage is the ability to communicate. So don't be shy. And I'm speaking to everybody. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid of getting it wrong. It's not our mother tongue. It's not our language. And just focus on communicating your point.
โหวตเพื่อไทยปะล่ะ
โปรดก้าวไกลปะล่ะ
โหวตภูมิใจไทยปะล่ะ
ติดตามการเลือกตั้งกับพวกเราสำนักข่าว Today โหวตปะล่ะ